Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. Let's get straight into it.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
I cannot thank you enough for your aid, Kippen. We have wandered in the cold and dark for quite some time now, and many of our numbers have splintered when the orcs and trees fell upon us. Your bravery in aiding us, especially Leodwald, was remarkable. I know not what horrible fates would have visited us had you not intervened. The creatures that roam the forest are those of the most dangerous breeds. You too should remain here, at least for a short time, lest they find you again. This cave is no home of mine, but if it keeps us away from harm, we shall make our camp here for now. Okay, so lots of quests opening up here. Let me grab this. What is this? Blooming in the snow. So that's part of the deed, I guess. I don't know if you guys remember, I picked up a flower at some point and it opened up a deed. But I'll do that at the season finale when I do all the deeds, I guess.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Kip, and I know not what lurks outside the cave. If it is anything like what we have seen already, I fear the worst for us all. We lack arms and the winter's chill bites us even here. Nothing in this forest welcomes us. I would not be surprised if this cave collapsed upon us. Although the road south is overrun, perhaps there is a way for us to escape. Even if only for another cave in the high knolls or to the camp south which you spoke. We cannot follow the road, lest their riders run us down, but perhaps we can find ways to the northwest or east. Travel outside the cave and tell me if there is a clear path out of this forest. Be safe, Kippen. We would surely be lost without you.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
I am certain that you have heard, but we were not the only ones who fled into the Balewood. Our kinsmen are lost in the forest, and I fear we may never see some of them again. They are ill-equipped to survive in such conditions, and the orcs hounded us at every turn. From what I have seen of you, you can handle such troubles, my friend. If you could, please search for them. When we separated, we were not far from here, and I know not how far they may have wandered in the dark.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Huna and Leodwald have concerned themselves with our escaping from this forest, but I know not how they imagine we can do so after such a violent happening upon us on the road. It is not beyond me to think that we shall be here for a goodly while, and if we are to survive, we will surely need warmer clothing. The wood trolls harried me until I found this cave, but as I ran, I saw slain orcs on the forest floor. The orcs of this land are very dangerous, to be certain, but if you could tear the clothing from those that lay slain, we could survive the chill that reaches even into these caves. I will not speak of the odor we shall be forced to endure, but such is the price of survival. If you can retrieve these clothes for me, I can tailor them into more fitting sizes for the others. Okay, very good. So what am I doing? I'm searching, I'm finding refugees, and I'm collecting clothing from orcs. There's quest rings all around me. My god. This forest is pretty dense. Guy's whipping the goblin over here. Wow. Alright, let me dismount. Let me kill a couple of these and see what happens. Not much, so okay. The orcs control the main pathway through Balewood. The refugees would not make it this far. And let me get on my pony. Oh, I'm stuck. I'll go around, okay. There's nothing here. Can't find anything. Never mind, I see some quest rings. Slain orc. Grab some clothes from them. There's a refugee.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
How lucky I am to have been found. Thank you for your aid, friend. Fallen orcs all over the place. The wood trolls lurk all around you. The refugees could not defend against such creatures. Yeah, lots of wood trolls for sure. Looks like this quest ring is going to be up here. Bruises and wide wounds mark this refugee. This must be the work of wood trolls. What refugee? I don't know what they're talking about.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
The cold bites at me, stranger. I must reach shelter. Thank you for finding me in these bleak woods. Check this quest ring. And where am I going next? Maybe a little deeper in. Very dense woods. I don't want to break my legs. Cave? Oh, thank you. Thank you, stranger. Sometimes I don't have the patience to let them finish talking before I read. I try to, though. I try to let them. Ah. Is that the cave? Yeah, it is. Not ready to go there yet. Oh my gosh. What a disaster. Come up through here. Let's see. Yeah, there should be a few quest rings. Maybe not. I feel like I'm going in circles. You have encountered a glade of wandering horns. There is no safety here. Okay, let me go find some more refugees. I have a bad feeling that this is going to be one of those episodes where I'm really lost in. Oh no, that's the cave up there. That's why there's a quest ring. There should be something right here. But there's not. I hate when I go to a quest ring, like I am right here, and there's nothing. It's like, why would you mark it if there's nothing there? I don't get you, game. Let me try that little red one. Definitely do see a quest ring on the minimap now. Okay, so that's all the orcs, and now I just need a few more of the refugees. This refugee met his end at the hand of the orcs. And I can't really interact with him. There's the last one. This refugee of Bertor succumbed to the cold. So now we can go back to the cave.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
It is sorrowful to hear the fate that befell some of my kin, Kippen. This forest is a sorry place to meet one's end, and to such creatures, although I am glad to see that the three among the number again. I fear that we too are simply awaiting a similar fate here. If you would remain here with us, I am certain that there are more ways you can aid us still.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
What a horrific stench. I know not the sense origin, and yet it overpowers everything. How foul those orcs are. Still, I would rather stink of their filth than to end up frozen in this cave. Thank you for your aid, Kippen. I shall begin tailoring these garments into something more befitting of my people.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Alas, it is as I feared. Huna's face sinks, and he turns to look at the others before shifting back to you. So then, we are trapped in this cave and the enemy lurks just outside. Curse that monster. I cannot believe what he... Huna's eyes begins to fill with tears as he composes himself quickly. Your efforts are appreciated, even if we must remain here for now. If you can aid us further, I and the others will be very grateful.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
I know not what to do. We have been away from our kinsmen for far too long now, and the chill of this place has overcome us all. With the orcs patrolling constantly, there still remains little hope of our escape unless something can be done to distract them. But I would not ask you to stand against them, Kippen. Not yet. Before the others and I lost our way, we saw the glow of many torches in the distance. I knew well the presence of the enemy in these woods, and so we stayed far from their warmth. The orcs must feel this chill too. If you were to scout the eastern edge of the roadway, perhaps we could learn more of their purpose here. Were I you, I would avoid traveling their path. Their numbers overwhelm even the hardiest of our warriors. So I'm going to destroy torches and then do a little bit of scouting. It says to avoid the roadway, but that's exactly where I'm headed. And there's a torch. Did I already miss one? No. I guess the good thing about these great quests is that I don't have to deal with aggro. That poor goblin. And this should be my last torch. Okay. Let's go do some scouting. Which trolls besieged the roadway, delaying the orcs? You can find no sign of the orc leader, but the largest among the four seem to know of him. There's a hardened Uruk there. Yeah, let's see. Should be around here somewhere. Orc plans. The orcs appear to be transporting felled trees north along the road.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
You bring good tidings, Kippen. Any ill fortune that visits those creatures is all the better for us. Let us see how the orcs handle themselves now. I wager they shall find their troubles insurmountable without the warmth of their torches in this harsh climate. You may yet be able to stand against them, friend. If their carts are halted and they are beset by wood trolls, there can be no greater time to bring their schemes to ruin. Let me ponder for just a moment, for such dealings must not be decided with haste. Or they must be decided with haste. Okay, never mind.
These are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
Huna tells me that you scouted Orcs' trail and came across their carts entrenched in the snows drifting along the road. I suppose those monsters are having just as lovely a time as we are. Do not confuse my amusement with sympathy, Kippen. The Orcs deserve any trouble that visits them, as nothing will be enough to avenge Bir Tor and the people that we have lost to them and the giant. Now then, about those carts. The Orcs are already slowed, but you are a hardy warden, are you not? If you can get close enough, set their carts ablaze. That should bring them to an utter halt.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
The Orcs' number are too great, but so are their troubles. Surely a leader of some sort must be among them, and it is he who must be found. Perhaps this Orc carries some sort of plans or orders, brutish as their kind may be. The forces of the White Hand chose a strange place to stage their assault of Bir Tor and the other halls of my kin. I'm curious as to what their purpose might be here. I must admit, Kippen, I'm fearful that he may be guarded by the strongest of his number. If we are to learn the Orc's purpose here, you must discover any missives he bears. But care must be taken lest you lay down your life foolishly. I would ask that you lure him from the road into the shadows, for it is there that his death might go unnoticed. Take heed of my warnings, Kippen. We would surely be lost already without your aid here. Be safe, friend. Cruel whips wielded by the White Hands could be better served in the hands of the people of Wildermore by sweeping Wog Riders off their mounts. If you were to gather their whips and tie them along the bases of the nearby banner, it is possible that the vile riders would not notice until far too late and be heaved onto the hard ice below. Okay. So gotta collect whips. I like how I'm like saving this little goblin and then he fights alongside his slave master. That's alright. Gotta kill this overseer. Do not have enough room. It's a ripped cloak. Orcs of the White Hand pressed our invasion in Wildermore by utilizing an icy roadway through Balewood. The orcs must be slain if any peace is to be returned to Balewood. Alright. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any quest items that may pop up. Let me wait till everybody's here all grouped up. Good. You burned some carts. Let me kill all these guys. Very good. Kill a few more of these orcs. You have found a heavily armored orc of Isengard that is certainly their leader. Defeat Lumor. Who now? Thought it was him, but I guess not. Oh, I guess this guy. Oh, I'm silenced. No. Very good. You pull a slightly damp missive from the orc's remains. You should look over the document before continuing your journey into Balewood. Okay, I don't think I need to be killing Uruk-hai. I just need to defeat another warrior and tie some whips to flagpoles. There's a warrior. You have slain a significant number of orcs along the path. Their numbers will recover in time, but you have dealt them a harsh blow and slowed their assault into the high knolls and witchshaws. Excellent. Very good. You have cleverly employed the enemy's cruel implements against our riders of the White Hand. They will be slowed in their advance into Wildermore, lest more of them meet their end on the forest's icy floor. Excellent. This fallen tree, man, really blocks me. It's like the third time.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Thank you for your aid, Kippen. The orcs' resources have been stripped bare for now. We can only hope that it takes them as much time to recover from the blow you have dealt them.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Well, what is it then? Trees against the orcs? Are you sure it speaks not of the tree like the one that battered the Uruks outside of our cave? You have fared well against the numbers so far, that much is clear. Perhaps you should seek out these hewers and see if you can discover any of these trees that they mention. For my part, I would like to believe that a tree is just a tree, but this forest teems with queer things. Beba, Leodwald, and I are safe for now. We have enough to survive on, and the warmth of the fire soothes our ills. Worry not about the following your charge, Kippen. Seek out aid in the forest. I just hope you find it, for all our sakes. Okay. So give me a second, I'm gonna clear out my inventory, but I'll edit in just a second. Okay, so while I was looting, I did have this stuck in my overflow inventory. So it's the orders that I picked up from that orc leader, I believe. This much missive contains an extensive list of resources demanded from Wildermore by Isengard. Among this list is an extreme amount of lumber, a much needed material to fuel Saruman's forces at Orthanc. Beneath the neatly written message, there appears to be a hastily scrawled note, a product of far less trained hand. It reads, "Send the small ones to make the first cut. Too many trees are attacking our force. If the trees move, leave the small ones. Flee, find another. We lack the numbers and the time for another incident. Never tell the wizard of this. Will not explain losing so many orcs while felling a tree. Do not wish to be the next slain. sending hewers northeast of the position to a clear area where the trees looked like trees. The wizard will have my head if we don't deliver the lumber at the forest edge soon. You should return to Huna and seek his counsel on this matter before continuing your assault against the White Hand forces.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
So you have returned after all. We were beginning to worry that the orcs, well, no matter. You are with us once more. That is all that matters. Does hope yet remain? Tell us of your journey, Kippen. Okay. So I gotta go kill some of the hewers. This tree, man, is driving me crazy. You get on my mount, and it looks like the hewers are gonna be like way up in the north. I guess they are the orcs that the note was alluding to, you know, the smaller orcs that were sent to chop at the trees. Let me see where we're at here. There's one. Thankfully, they're fairly well concentrated. And one more ought to do it. Okay, examine the fallen Ent and orcs more closely. You have come upon a field strewn with the corpses of orcs and what appears to be the remains of an Ent. An Ent lies slain among the numerous orcs, one of which appears to be fleeing the battle. The grim scene before you unfolded very recently, but in the distance you can see deep tracks in the snow that could only have been made by an Ent, and a trail of more slain orcs leading deeper into the forest to the north. It appears the Ents have fled north. You should seek them out before any more harm can visit them. Okay, so let's talk to one of the Ents in the north. Actually, it's a good stopping point for this episode, so we're gonna seek out the Ents in the beginning of the next one. So thanks for watching and see you then.